Good day and welcome to a new video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hello and welcome to my YouTube video. So this is my Inktober 2018 video where I talk with you about Inktober and the challenges that I have with it. So what you're seeing now is all my inks from day 1 to day 30. It's all in order. I don't exactly put any like little 2018 day 1 on there. I mean it would have been good to put them on there, I suppose, but I decided not to. I just did them as drawings. And yeah, there's so many different versions of it too. I used the Jake Parker's prompts, his 31 prompts, and I drew the ideas from that. I decided to do humans because humans is one thing that I'm very weak at. I'm improving all the time with that. It's just something that I have troubles with because I don't fully understand human anatomy yet. I'm still growing on it. I always look at books, look at drawings, look at all things to do with human anatomy and how I can improve it. So using this Inktober and putting in that 45 minutes a day or less, it was less than 45 minutes a day per drawing. I think it really did help in the end, and that's what's good. So yeah, you're seeing from day 1 to day 31. And with each drawing came a challenge. They said day 1 was poison, day 2 I think was tranquil, and then we got to like roasted, and each word had its own interesting take on it. I had to decide on what to draw, then I had to decide how to draw it, then I had to attempt to draw it, and sometimes the poses might not feel right, sometimes I wasn't happy with the final drawing. Sometimes I was really happy with the final drawing. So each day was very different. Like you can see all of them on my blogger where I do talk about each day individually. So if you want to go check that out, I will put a link down in the description of this video where you can check out every day, and I talk a little bit about the challenges of every day's thing, but mostly so Inktober, I've been doing it for the last maybe 3-4 years per se. The last 2 I've done them as my own thing, as doing something I want to improve, using this challenge to improve my skills in drawing. And so I drew dragons last year, and there's a video on that, so you can go check that out too on YouTube here for 2017. I did use imagination this year too, so I did not use any reference. This is all from just me drawing. I drew sketches, then I took those sketches and drew them in my book and then put ink in them. Inktober mostly is about getting better at drawing with ink, but I do use it for me. I use it to improve my skills in drawing, in kind of putting those final drawing lines in there, because sometimes you kind of put these lines down and they're all over the place. Sometimes you're just kind of finding that drawing, and I think with Inktober you're kind of, this is what the drawing is. These are the final outlines, drawing with the ink. Some people do it differently every time. They may draw it straight with ink, which, if you've got the confidence, is a really good exercise as well, because like I was saying before, you can get rid of that consciousness. For this Inktober, I didn't expect every drawing to be the most amazing ink I've ever done. Like each drawing was a challenge to do, both given I only have less than 45 minutes to do, because most of the time I'm doing it at work, and we get 3 breaks during our work. You know, you have the morning 15 minutes, you have the lunch, and you have the afternoon 15 minutes, which means there's only like 45 minutes ish to do this. You know, I've still got to eat lunch, I've still got to want to have my coffee and a drink and all that other stuff. So, you know, it's less than 45 minutes spending on actually getting this drawing and then inking it up. And I will do some prep work the day before, like when I finished my ink drawing, I may give, say, 5-10 minutes to do some sketches for the next days, so that I have something prepared so it doesn't take as long on the day. So I always had that. Some days I was a little bit lazy, and you know, I've only just finished my ink drawing, so it was a bit of a challenge to do that 10-15 minutes to do some prep for the next day. But it did help. It does help to do a little bit of prep before. Some people actually get a good drawing and then they ink it on, you know, the next day. So they actually start the night before Inktober doing the good drawing and then inking it on the day, and just, you know, doing that whole process, which is good. Some people keep up. Some people make it their art for the month. You know, they're really dedicated to this. For me, it was a side project. It was a little thing to help me improve in my drawing, and it really does help. Putting in that 45 minutes is really a good thing. And it's time that it's time that I would have spent just doing nothing really, just kind of eating, having lunch, and doodling. So it was, you know, at times where I could dedicate that to drawing inks. There obviously was the weekends where I do want to do my other stuff, like there's my paintings, illustration, my YouTube videos that I do on the side that I like to keep up with. So sometimes it was that I had to do the ink and that took away from a little bit of doing the YouTube videos and stuff. But it wasn't too much because, like I said, I spent less than 45 minutes a day on these. I would just be like 20 minutes in the morning, which for some people is like, oh, you know, that's so much time, because, you know, 20 minutes taken away from a big project that you're doing can be a little annoying sometimes. You know, like, you want to just start on your project that you're working on sometimes and try and get that finished, especially if there's like a deadline or something, you know, and you want to do Inktober's. Every challenge is different. I've done many challenges in my life, you know, not just Inktober. I've done one last year and the year before with ArtStation, which was interesting. There was Civilization Challenge and then Beneath the Water Challenge. Which were both character design, which was really awesome. They're good to get involved and to do these different challenges, especially something like Inktober that's very, very popular. I've seen some amazing artists out there doing Inktober, which was cool to see. There's some I do watch closely, and some, you know, they might have done it really well last year and they haven't done it this year, or, you know, you see that too, and it's like, oh my gosh, really? But there's some consistency. Like, I think Jake Parker, he always does it every year, and he does it really cool. Where he's, you know, he's the one that really created this. So, which is interesting. And there's some challenges throughout the year that are awesome. Like there's Mermaid. Like I was saying, there's a few actually in October. There's like a Halloween themed one. They do like Halloween drawings every day, or create something Halloweeny every day for the month. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Yeah, well, you know, thanks for checking out this video. There's more to go. Obviously, I'm just, you know, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I couldn't create these videos really without you guys, because it's really awesome to see you see my videos, get involved, and getting new artists is really awesome. This month we've had some awesome artists in already. We have more on the way. You know, I'm doing these videos each week. Obviously, this week is the Inktober video. Next week, I'm not too sure what video I'm going to have up, but there will be an artist involved, another artist, which will be awesome. And yeah, like I said, I've been working on some projects. So, you know, Inktober has been taken away from that a little bit, not too much, you know. Um, but yeah, that little bit in the morning to do that drawing. And it can take some time because I do blogs as well for ink. So I do the ink and then I'll put it on a blog, and that'll be my day for the things that I've got to do. And I'll put it on Instagram, which is really good. I like putting stuff on Instagram because I can put things there daily, and I can put things there that I couldn't really, like, if I put them on other sites, people might not be so interested in seeing a lot of my other stuff. But with Instagram, they like, because you can, if you post them daily, they're only little cool drawings, and then they want to go back and see like all the other pictures that you've got there. You know, I might randomly take some food pictures. I don't have any on there actually, but I mostly share, you know, I share my YouTube videos on there. I share like anything and everything on there. Whereas my art station and my DeviantArt, and yeah, I don't share like everything on there. I only share what I feel is really, really good. You know, like what I feel is shareable enough. With my ink drawings, they weren't like the greatest in the world. They're actually, you're probably looking at them now, they're not that great. They're not too shabby, but the main thing for me wasn't to get the 31 awesome inks. It was just to, from day 1 to day 31, I would have had some improvement in drawing human anatomy straight from out of my head. And I actually think it's built up confidence in some of my drawing and its speed as well. Because I noticed it yesterday. I was drawing some drawings for my upcoming book. I don't know how upcoming. You know, it might be another couple of months in the making until I actually create more pages. Like I've only just finished page 1 of it, and I've got probably 13 pages of it, but I managed to actually smash out like, I don't know, 6 pages, 7 pages of just initial ideas, sketches straight from my head without any references, and they actually weren't too shabby. You know, they showed the actual idea. Obviously, it's not to a final painted stage or a final drawing stage where it's like I can take that, put it into Photoshop, and voila, put some color, and it's all done. No, it's not like that. It's the initial rough sketches that I can then take into Photoshop, gain some reference, like put a whole bunch of reference next to me of the things that are in it. Like I might go take photos of some of the bushes that are surrounding the hedgehog, or if there's any like wood or carpet around him, or you know, hedgehog textures and everything. Just any reference I can think of that I might need while painting this scene, I grab it and put it into another Photoshop image so that I have it right there, and I can go from my sketch, take my reference, and you know, finalize it. And that's something I could do with these inks as well. I could take these inks and anything that I do like, I could then take a photo of me in that pose, or find some sort of person in that pose or character or someone, and then use that as reference and create it, create it even better than the inks could. Or simply create the inks, tweak them up, obviously with a little reference, probably not too much, and paint them up. Yeah, go from there. See how it turns out, eh? I did last year. I took I took one of the inks and actually created a final painting with it, which turned out alright. I don't think I used a lot of reference with that. I might use some scaling and stuff, just to get the reference of the scaling right and to paint this all up. It was minimal. I was mostly just trying to get a good painting without using much reference, because that's a big thing. I feel like that I can use a lot of reference. I don't seem these days. I don't use them as much. Like I won't do, say, take photo of something and just simply draw that, or I've had years of just trying to draw what I see, and now I'm trying to go out of that. I'm trying to go from drawing what I see to creating what I see per se, like creating something unique and different, not just drawing what I see, but like creating story, creating character, just doing something that's different from just creating realistic drawings. I really would enjoy drawing something that's super realistic, but I know that it's really, really hard to achieve, and I don't know if I will get to that level. I feel like I can get very, very close. To it if I really pushed it, but I'd rather spend my time and energy on creating something unique. And that's what I did with these 3D1 drawings. I try to create something unique with every drawing. I mean, like I said, some drawings turned out other drawings turned out pretty good. And each one I feel has a strong point and a weak point. Um, some are full of character, some are full of life. Others, they have a good showing of what the word is, but they might not look so good visually. Like for instance, I think day 27, which is the one with the thunder, felt a little flat. You might see that at some point in the video. Like that one, there's a few there that actually feel a little flat, not 3D enough, and it could be shading, but I feel like some of it I could have fixed somehow, not using shape and form properly, and it's just turned out a bit too flat. But I mean, with the time and effort that I did put in, it's kind of what I got out. I didn't spend like 3-4 hours on one drawing, so if I did, it might have turned out way better. But yeah, it's just, see, that built up speed as well. They're only spending so long on it, like less than 45 minutes a day on it. Yeah, I think when you have something to focus on, it makes it a little bit more easier to do this like every day, like a drawing. Like I did daily drawings. I did it for nearly 2 years, but every day was a challenge, just trying to think of what to draw. And yeah, sometimes I might have done a theme. For like a week, I might do a theme. I did 100-day challenge where I decided for my daily drawings I was going to do a drawing of I think it was a creatures for 100 days. So just mixing and merging animals, pretty much two different animals, and creating a creature from it. And I did that for a bit, which was good. I made it through the whole 100 days, which was a good motive to get from 0 to 100 days. Like it was a motive to keep me going, keep my theme up. Easier to do because my daily theme was to get two animals, merge them, so it wasn't like, oh, what do I draw today? So it gave me a bit more motives, exactly like Inktober. You have a little bit of motive there from the people watching you, the support you get, watching other people do it. You want to keep up with them, and all those things that do help you along the way, which is really good. So that you can do this every day, and it does help. I mean, I spent around about 45 minutes a day. That adds up to about 23 hours for the month for me doing this project, which is a significant amount of time. That's a whole 24 hours nearly. So it's a little bit of time, considerably. I could have done it with no sleep, for 23 hours than each drawing. But yeah, it does take a little bit of time and effort, and I mean that's probably roughly about right. I mean, it's 45 minutes to do the actual drawing, like less than that, but at the actual planning and thinking, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. For some words it's really easy, like I'm trying to think of one that was real easy for a word. Maybe stretch was a good one. That was easy. It's just drawing someone stretching, and just trying to get their pose right was the hard part for that one. So there's some words. The bottle. I had a few ideas for bottle per se. Like someone in a bottle, someone holding a bottle, someone drinking a bottle. I could have gone with any of those three ideas. There's more I could have gone with. I was thinking maybe someone balancing a bottle on their nose, or throwing a bottle at the wall. There's all these ideas that I had for that one. But in the end, I chose the idea of having like a Tinkerbell kind of character inside of a bottle. And I feel like I failed at that one so badly. That was the one drawing I was like, oh my gosh, I ruined it. There's some drawings in there that I'm like, oh, really? So I wouldn't say that like each drawing I'll be like, oh, I'm so proud of this drawing. But looking at all 31 drawings, I'm a little bit proud that I have created those 31 drawings that are not too shabby. They're not the best in the world, but hey, they're straight from my imagination. They're using no reference, and it has, from day 1 to day 31, I felt like it's given me some confidence in drawing without reference, because that is another thing that I do feel like I have lacked in the last couple of years, is not relying on reference so much, being all about what I see, kind of a thing, because if you draw straight from your head, like the ideas and the drawing and the what the lines are going to look like or anything, it's going to look more original than you drawing something from reference. For me personally, that's how I feel. So that's why I'm trying to push away and drawing straight from imagination. Also, it saves me time, because I don't have to go around looking for reference of what I want. I can just draw straight from with a pen and paper, and I'm done. That's all I need. Although sometimes I lose my pen or pencil or something, so I have to go rushing around trying to find pen and pencil when I've got a good idea. One thing for that, which is really good, is just to keep a notebook next to your bed with a pencil, which is really good. You can draw if you come up with any ideas of something. For me, though, I'm not worried about losing any ideas. If it's a good idea, it wouldn't go away. People forget things, but, if they forget it, it's obviously wasn't that good, That's the way I feel sometimes. So yeah, that's been my Inktober video. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I hope you did enjoy it, seeing all my inks and listening to what I have to say about it. I may do it next year. I'm definitely thinking about it, and from here, what I'll be doing is a lot of drawing and sketching, And yeah, I'll be doing a lot of illustration. You'll see my videos pop up. Should be every week. I'm not sure if they'll all be time lapses because keeping up with time lapses is a bit difficult. That's why I haven't done weekly videos before, because they were really hard to keep up with. But I definitely will be aiming for doing time lapses every week. But I'm definitely going to have some awesome artists in, and we shall hopefully share with you amazing topics and tips on getting in the industry and all those art things that you enjoy. About this channel, feel free to support it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed Inktober. If you participated, let me know, down in the comments if you participated, and any feelings you have about Inktober, just comment down below. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Goodbye.